Reno has berated individuals complaining about the hike in fuel price due to the removal of fuel subsidy. He argued that same people who complain about the foreign debt under former President Muhammadu Buhari administration are also fuming about the current fuel price under President Tinubu's administration, do not understand the meaning between action and consequence. The political analyst insisted that it is impossible to have it both ways, adding that the reason for the loans from foreign governments was to sustain the fuel subsidy. Speaking via Instagram, he wrote, "When you complain that your foreign debt exploded under Buhari and you are now feeling that fuel price has gone up under Tinubu, you show you are immature and do not understand the casual relationship between action and consequences. You can't have it both ways. Much of our borrowing was to fund fuel subsidy. If you don't want an unsustainable debt that neither our children nor we can pay, you must accept the new fuel prices. Nigeria must remove partisan policies from fuel, electric power generation and Ajakuta Steel Company, because without tackling those three things, we can never grow to meet our potential. I know that Buhari, Tinubu, Tunde Bakare and co did it to us, but I am not on a revenge mission. I am on a rescue mission. It is better to have appropriate fuel price than to have an inappropriate debt burden. If you don't like it, go to Tinubu'S next supermarket, buy a can of energy drink and then use that energy to work. Simple." So why are you calling Tinubu? Because initially I thought, okay, you were talking to Nigeria. Is it only Tinubu supporters that are complaining, or what has Tinubu got to do with your analysis? You see how unreasonable this guy can be, because when some people begin to use some unprintable names on you, on some of the people, you say, oh, they are so abusive and what have you. You are making a statement. How has that affected, or why did you bring in Tinubu into this matter, if not that there's something that you are looking for? Now, even when Goodluck Jonathan wanted to remove it, what were the things put in place so that it cushion the effect of the suffering of the people? Now these people are doing the same thing. You don't even care. You are only talking about they are using this, you are using that. What about the refinery they ought to have paid, or they ought to have repaired, or they ought to have built? The other day, Dangote refined they launched Dangote's refinery. As you made your whatever contribution, the next thing it landed on Obi. Why must it be everything at the end of the day you have to speak on Obi? That is to tell you that all of you are evil. Both Jonathan, both all these people, all of you are evil. Because I see no reason why, when you are making your statement, why at the end of the day, why must you talk about Obi? So what of the other people who are in other parties, who are, everybody's complaining, no? Because those who are downtrodden, they are the ones complaining the most. So the Tinubu supporters, they are happy. So where should they go to? Because he didn't mention them. Now, Keyamo, all the APC members, they are crying now. Obi said he was going to remove it if he was elected. This and this and this and that. Why are you calling Obi? You have taken your decision. Use your face it with your full chest. You know, face it and stop making references. You are the one in charge now. So whatever it is, if now be can the remover now, whatever he goes see at the end of the day, or whatever that comes out of it, he go use a carrier. Make una use na take carrier. Well, if they are borrowing to fund subsidy, what then is happening to the crude oil that is being sold? Now they want the masses to pay the debt they have accrued by removing subsidy, and you are there justifying their actions. Thank you for mentioning the crude oil. We said, where is the revenue accrued from the sales? It seems no one knows. Don't mind that monster. That, yes, so this guy is a monster. He doesn't know what he's saying. The question is that shey now you block them, say take workers salary. I don't know what to say. P2B will surely remove subsidy, but not in this manner and not in this situation that we are presently in. Nigerians haven't fully recovered from the naira resign. Here comes subsidy remover without putting anything. And that was why you see that Buhari could not even do that immediately, because if he had done that, of course, they will still do their mago that they wanted to do. Well, with this your analysis, to me, it means that Peter Obi could have been the best president. This is beyond politics. I think Reno Omokri has a score to settle with Peter Obi. The hate and bitterness is too much. It will kill him in exile, honestly. Reno, come and contest and become the president, since you know everything. Fugitive. He doesn't even have the guts to contest, only good in making noise on newspaper. If he wants to make noise on newspaper, the issue on ground now, he not get any bearing. He doesn't have any bearing with Peter Obi. So bringing Peter Obi is where I'm having problem with all these APC supporters. You, if you want to go to APC, just go to APC, because we are not even defending Atiku the way you ought to have defended Atiku. Because I could remember vividly you were defending up to some certain level before this election. You were defending Jonathan, but you are not even defending Atiku the way you ought to. But everything is all about Peter Obi. They go make mistake. If Tinubu go France now for another hospital, whatever, now go call Peter Obi again for inside. You are genetically demented, Reno, and until the end of your days on earth, you can't achieve 1/3 of Obi's achievement. So stop envying a man who is bigger than you. Stop criticizing or practicing witchcraft publicly. Yes, this is more than witchcraft. This is more than witchcraft. 95% of obedience went wrong in the definition of subsidy. You mean the same subsidy that your evil party and president called a scam? Buhari and APC defined subsidy as a scam, and that definition stands. And you and your clueless APC supporters got it right, but why complaining bitterly? Reno, you too much. Tell them, make them hear. Hey, you don't know what you dey talk. Let him come back to Nigeria and join us, not staying outside the country and be joining mouth. What did they do for their brother? It say their brother. And I make an is he making money? Does he even have work? He doesn't make money in that US that he is. Now this is social media. Now they make money, they spend money. You always talk sense, but most Nigerians don't understand you because you are so ignorant. Okay, only an ignorant fool says I concur after a debate when he could have given us his own side of the story. Where are you talking from? Where are you talking from? Come back home. Let us see you. Let us see you in other. Let us not see you in other man's land and be telling us what you know nothing about. When they borrow, did they use the money for future use or only to borrow? Don't you think of any good things for Nigeria? That is why you run away. Come back home and face your crimes. You are not reasonable at all. What concern Peter Obi with first a hike? Help me ask am wetin im dey do for abroad make he come stay Nigeria if he is really patriotic. Omokri is making sense for the first time, talking reality and putting politics aside. You want the poor masses to pay loan politicians and their families looted. Then what concern Obi with the removal of subsidy? Is Obi the president? Is it a sin to hate a fellow? It is a sin to say hate to fellow human beings. Always stand by the truth, not on hatred. Well, Reno is like you have a mental problem. Check yourself very well. Omokri, is there anything you do or say without making sarcastic statements about Obi in your miserable life? Must you always show your hatred against Obi on daily basis, on daily living? What has Obi got to do with the fuel pump increase in price? Is Obi part of the decision makers? Please be careful.